Well, you asked and we are answering. Stay tuned. Hi, and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here today. And Dave, thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
I needed you here because 2 weeks ago we did a video and we said in that video, ask us anything. If you didn't see that video, we'll have it linked below. So you did ask some questions and we're going to answer them in today's video.
And they were good questions.
Yeah, very good questions, and we thank each and every one of you for asking the questions.
Well, it gives them an opportunity to know us better.
I think asking questions is a great idea because it does give you the opportunity to know us better, and I like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, some of the questions, we had done a video maybe a year or longer ago, and a couple of these questions we answered then, but I have new subscribers and different people here than were here a year ago. So we'll answer them again, maybe not in as much detail, but if you want to learn more, you can go back through my channel and go back about a year and you'll find that video. So let's get started.
Okay.
All right, our first question is from Jackie. Thank you, Jackie.
Hi, Jackie.
And it says, how do you keep the spark between you after so many years of marriage?
Gosh, how many years have we been married?
It'll be 41 in July.
Or 42?
Or 42. I don't know.
We just keep saying the same years over and over again.
Yeah.
It's probably a lot more.
We can figure that out when July comes, but it's 41 or 42. So, what would you say how we keep the spark alive after all these years?
Because you're the most beautiful woman in the entire
all
world.
Right. Kiss up, kiss up.
No.
No, you got to give
it's
more than
true.
that. No.
She's my queen. I mean it. She's my queen. I love her with all my heart and all my soul. And she brightens my life and keeps a spark every single day. I love her sense of humor. I love her mind. I love her godliness. I love how her and I can just talk and share about everything and anything. And I think it's different when you're younger.
Yeah.
You know, when you first get married, it's like, oh, I'm in love, I'm in love.
Well, that's what you were sounding like in the beginning of the question. I was going to say, come on now, 40 years, 40 plus years. But it's a different, deeper kind of love.
Oh my gosh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And I would say the same thing, meaning that the laughter,
yes,
the friendship, the conversation, just the overall interest in your partner, the interest in their days, what they've done that day and what they're interested in and what they like to talk about, and just getting into the giggles.
Which we do all the time.
We torment each other and laugh at each other all the time.
All the time.
And I know Dave goes out of his way to take care of me, which I so appreciate.
Well, it's so easy.
And I try to reciprocate.
You do.
I do different things than he does, but I do my fair share as well.
And I think it's important to realize, yes, that you have to. It's so many things in a marriage, you know, and it's all the little things too that really add up.
Yes, I agree completely. It's all the little things.
Yes.
The next question comes from Rosemary.
Hi, Rosemary.
Hi, Rosemary. Rosemary asked, how did we meet, and then how long before we got married?
Ooh, good question.
And then she asked me if I worked outside the home, and she asked Dave if he already had a job lined up before moving here to South Carolina. So we'll start with her first question, how did we meet and how long before we got married? And again, we have a video on this from a year ago, but I'll just give you a short version.
We met at work.
We met at work. Dave worked at a copier company where they sold and repaired copier machines and fax machines. And he was a technician there. Then I came to work there as the front desk receptionist.
Yes.
And that's where we met. And we had a couple dates, not very many. And
nobody ever believes us.
I know.
They really don't.
Less than 3 months later, we were married.
I know.
So it was quick.
How incredible is that?
Yeah.
3 months.
Not even 3. It was about 2 months, 2.5 months and a couple days.
Everybody thought we were insane.
Yes. And we thought we were insane. And we're still sitting here thinking we're insane,
exactly.
but we're sitting here together.
That's right.
That's what counts.
That's right.
All right. Her other question to me was, did I work outside the home and what did I do? Yes, I did. I worked at that copier company. And then I worked in a bank, the corporate office, for a short time, maybe a year, little over a year. And then I worked in the medical field at a radiology center. And I started out there as the receptionist, ended up the office manager, and worked there for close to 11 years, a little over 10 years.
Yes.
And then from there, I started my own medical billing business, which I still have, but I no longer work in it. Dave does that work.
Right.
So, all right. Now, did you have any jobs lined up before we moved to South Carolina?
No, I didn't know I was coming to South Carolina.
Yeah, that was kind of a rash, split decision. It was that gut instinct that I had, and we bought and had no plans to do that for at least 10 years.
No.
And it was one of those, God instincts, God incidences.
But I was doing the medical billing.
Yes. So he was doing the medical billing, and then once we got here, he thought on the side he would do like handyman work because he's very gifted and talented and like electrical, plumbing, woodworking, things like that. And so he thought he would do that on the side. A neighbor asked him if he painted houses. He said no, but he'd be glad to try. He painted hers, and he ended up painting pretty much every house on this street and then all over our community. And he still does that.
Absolutely.
So
it's crazy.
I know it.
It really is. It's just crazy.
It sure is.
So I'm a very busy guy.
Yes, you are. And then the next question is from Donna. And she asked, does Dave have any brothers or sisters?
Yes, I do. I have one brother and one sister, and they're both older than me, and they live in Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah. And then I can't pronounce this name, but it's RATSPUTIN 2003. And she asked a couple questions. Really sweet, sweet girl. And she said, to what do you attribute your success as a couple? What is your best relationship advice for building a long and lasting relationship? You want to answer?
God comes first.
Amen.
And then comes my wife.
Thank you.
And then comes my children and my family. And that to me is the number one thing is God.
I agree completely. Without Christ at the center of your marriage, I'm telling you, I don't know how anybody could make it.
No,
because no marriage is perfect.
No, it's not.
And you're going to have ups and downs and peaks and valleys and circumstances and situations that come up at various times throughout your lives. And if you don't learn to work together, and if you don't learn to pray about them, and you don't learn to rely on God and know that He will provide He won't give you more than you can handle.
Yes.
And you stick to that belief, you will have a very good, solid relationship.
No question. No question.
She also asked where and when did you meet, which we just answered. Mm-hmm. And then she asked, how did you know you were right for each other?
I think in life, there are situations and times where you meet someone where, like Sheila was saying, your gut, you know. You know. You just absolutely know. The first time we went out on a date, we spent hours and hours and hours talking.
On a tennis court.
Yeah. And I knew. I knew right then at that moment in time that I wanted to marry her.
And I knew as well.
Yeah.
And I can't explain it because of the situation I came from.
Right.
I had no intention of ever getting married again because I was married previously. And if I did get married again, it would be years and years down the road. I was very skittish, and
yes,
I didn't want any parts of it.
I know.
And so I can't explain what happened. When I said yes, it was one of those situations where you look around the room and you think, who said that? That wasn't me. I wouldn't have said that. So it was just that type of situation. But I knew. I just knew. I knew he was a good man with a good heart.
Thank you.
And I just knew it right away.
And I know you were a good woman with a good heart.
And 3 kids.
And 3 kids. But yeah, your circumstances were really hard as far as what you had gone through.
Yeah.
And all I saw in you was just love and how much you loved the kids and how you would do anything and everything for them. And it shined through. Your spirit shined through.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I think that's it. Your spirit shined through to me.
And I think another thing too, I think friendship and partnership are extremely important in marriage.
Sure.
And it has to be someone that you can talk to, that you can sit down and talk to for hours and hours and hours.
Yes.
I think that's the best foundation.
Amen.
And I felt that.
I know. It's still crazy to think about it looking back.
Yeah, it's more of a emotional, spiritual connection, as opposed to when you're very young, it's more of a physical type thing.
Yes.
So I hope that answers your question. And the next set of questions comes from Andrea.
Hi, Andrea.
Hi, Andrea. And she asked a couple questions to me and a couple to Dave.
Okay.
So I'll read mine first. She asked, I wonder if Dave and I should answer for each other. It's real hard to talk about yourself. Other people see your good points, I think, more than you do. But anyhow, I'll give it a try. She said, what are your gifts, strengths, and talents? And she gave some examples like, am I good at knitting or sewing, crocheting, cooking, baking? So far, I've struck out. I'm not good at any of those. No.
Oh, my goodness. I've always cooked for us, always.
Yes, Dave's the cook. And then she said, if you bought something, like a chair or table, could you put it together? Meaning me, could I put it together? Probably, but it would not be right. Because I don't read the directions. I don't have the patience.
But you love to assist.
Yes, and I'm a good assistant.
Yes.
Because Dave reads all the directions, lays all the parts out, and then he'll say, hand me this, hand me that.
Yep.
And I'm great at that. But if I was just by myself and putting like a chair together, the legs would be where the arms belong, the arms would be where the legs belong, all the nuts and bolts and everything would be all wrong. It wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good.
But you have so many gifts.
Well, now let me just finish answering the questions.
Okay.
Andrea also asked if I'm good at praying for people. Oh, I absolutely am. I take that very seriously, and I know the power of prayer.
Yes.
And she asked if I'm good at money management. Oh, yes.
The best.
I am very good at money management.
The best.
I know how to pinch a penny like nobody else.
And find a sale like nobody else.
That's right. Are you good at typing? I'd say I'm average. Not that good. Am I good at science, math, English, or history? Or am I athletic? I'm good at math and English. I'm not good at history. And I don't know if I'm athletic. I love to walk.
I think you are.
I'm very coordinated.
That's athletic.
And very flexible.
Yeah.
I don't like to play sports like basketball or any of that, but...
Roller skating?
Yeah, I can roller
skating.
skate, ice skate, and that kind of thing. Are you bubbly? Oh, yes. Over the top bubbly. Am I good with animals? I am with dogs.
Yes.
I am not with cats. I've always had a fear of cats. We've never owned a cat. They just scare me.
Yeah.
I've only had a few experiences being around cats, and the ones that I had, they were scary to me. You know, they just kind of pop up out of nowhere, and I'm kind of a jumpy person. I scare easily. So if I'm sitting on a couch and a cat jumps up on the back of the couch, I'm telling you, I just freak out, you know. So I'm not good with cats, but I am with dogs and other animals like birds and things like that. Anne asked me 2 other questions. Am I a natural born leader? Well, I think I am. I mean, I hope that doesn't sound conceited, but yes, I do think that I am.
Yes.
You know why? Because I learned many years ago how to pat someone on the back and kick them in the rear at the same time. And I learned that when I was the manager at that radiology center.
Yep.
Because when you have to reprimand someone for not doing their job or constantly calling in sick or being late, you know, you have to do it. That's your job. But on the same hand, you have to pat the person on the back too and let them know, you know, you do a great job. You need to show up every day.
Yeah.
But you really do a great job. You don't realize your full potential. So it's kind of that balance. So I would say yes. And her last question to me, do I have the gift of compassion? I feel I have deep compassion for everybody, for anything. I feel it so deep within me that in some ways it's harmful to me because I take it on.
You take it on.
I take somebody else's pain or sorrow or whatever
Suffering.
they're going. Yes. I take it on and I feel it to my core. And it doesn't leave my mind. I get consumed with it. So I'm grateful that I am compassionate, but I may be a little over the top to where it's to my detriment. All right, let you answer your questions from Andrea, and then we'll wrap this up.
Okay.
All right, Dave, what are your gifts and talents and strengths?
Well, like you said, sometimes you feel weird saying it because you feel conceited or whatever.
Yeah.
But I know Sheila's mom always said Dave can do everything.
Anything.
Yeah, anything. And I really do. God has just blessed me with the ability to, I don't know, just everything I have ever done in my entire life, no matter what it is, you know, it comes naturally to me.
It does.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, there was a first time when he attempted to do some electrical work.
Sure.
He never did it before, didn't know what he was doing, but somehow he can comprehend all this and be successful. And the same with plumbing and woodworking, and you have an eye for detail and design and beautiful woodworking and things like that.
Creating things.
Very creative, very talented.
Yeah.
And a great eye for things. So you've got all that. I didn't get that. But that's okay. I'm glad I married someone that did. And then Ann's last question is, do you and Dave still have dates? If so, what do? Do you go to movies, plays, concerts, or fishing trips? Go out to eat, things like that. So you want to answer that?
I believe everything we do is a date.
I do
and I
too.
seriously mean that. If we go shopping together, if we take walk together, if we go to a concert together, if we take a trip together, that for both of us is a date.
Yeah.
It really is.
Well, we don't do date nights
No.
or like specific dates. Like we don't plan, okay, on Tuesday we're going to go to lunch, or we're going to go to dinner every Saturday night and have a date night or something like that. We don't do that. We're more homebodies.
Yes.
But you can make your everyday life a date day.
Sure.
To put a song on and dance to it, that's a date to me.
I know it is.
To sit in bed and, eat some cookie or some delicious...
Pick out all the cookies out of the cookies and cream.
Out of the ice cream. That's a date to me. And to sit outside on the patio and just enjoy being outside in the fresh air and talking to each other, getting into conversations and helping each other, being each other's partner.
Yes.
That's a date. And when you're a partner to someone, which is totally different than just being married to someone, just being husband and wife, that partnership takes it a step beyond. And to me, that makes every day a date. In my eyes, anyhow.
I agree.
Okay. Well, there you go. There's your answers. I hope I didn't miss any questions. I don't think I did, but if I did, please let me know in the comments section. Or if you're new here and you have a question, didn't have the opportunity to ask it, feel free to leave it in today's video in the comments, and we will answer them again.
Yes, we will.
So again, I thank each and every one of you.
Thank you, guys.
For your questions. And we're going to leave you with an inside beauty tip. The inside beauty tip today will be given by Dave, because anytime I have a guest, I have them do the inside beauty tip. So what do you got for us?
Well, I think one of the greatest ways to stay strong in a relationship, whether it be a marriage, a partnership, with friends and family, is to do or share a devotional with one another each and every day.
Yeah.
So since today's April the 10th, I thought I would share our devotional with you.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. This is 1 Timothy 6:6-8. There is a great gain in godliness with contentment. For we brought nothing into the world, and we cannot take anything out of the world. But if we have food and clothing, with these there will be contentment. And it goes on to say, contentment is a key feature of a person who is living for God and not for themselves. We came into this world with nothing, and we will leave it with nothing. To spend our days chasing wealth is a waste of life. That could be devoted to something meaningful and eternal. The Bible does not speak against having wealth, only against allowing it to become your master and pursuit. Whether we have great riches or are poverty-stricken, we're to be content with what God has blessed us with. The great gain this verse refers to is everything that is rewarded with living a godly and content life. Joy, peace, satisfaction, and a spiritual life which is equipped to overcome the world's temptations and snares. Constantly chasing luxuries and material possessions will only rob us of a rich life we can experience when we are content with the gifts we have been given.
Oh, boy, I really love that one because I've done a couple videos about YouTube and about people pushing products and selling everything, and you have to have more and more and more and bigger and better and everything. None of those things should ever be our master.
No.
Ever. You can only have one master.
That's right.
And that's God. It's not money, it's not things, it's not wealth, it's not possessions.
And I think in a relationship, you have to be on the same page.
Oh, yeah.
And I think for so many people, relationships are destroyed by this one particular thing.
Yes.
They really are.
Yeah.
Because they're not on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they each want different things. But contentment is a wonderful word, because when you are content, the least things of life make you happy.
It absolutely does.
Sitting on the back patio.
Yes.
Looking at the birds, you know?
Hearing those birds sing.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. When you get caught up in that trap of always wanting and needing more,
Right.
you're never content.
No.
Never.
Never.
You cannot fill yourself with things and expect to have any kind of peace or joy or contentment.
No. You never will.
So that's another tip, I guess. Be on the same page.
Yes.
With the people in your life. Want the same things. Know what's really important in life and stick to that. It's relationships that will bring you the greatest rewards, not things.
I've never heard of anybody on their deathbed saying my greatest regret was I didn't have more money or more things or whatever.
That's right. And like it said, you can't take it with you.
No. And it sounds so cliche.
And it's not going to impress God one bit that you are dressed in your casket, in your Gucci clothes and your, Armani expensive makeup, or I don't even know what the name brands are, but no, you're not taking it with you. Well, Dave, thank you so much.
You're welcome so much, Sheila.
For that devotional.
I love you.
I love you too, and I truly enjoyed that.
Yes, I did too.
Well, until we meet again, this is the old girl.
And the old guy.
Signing out. See ya.
Bye, everyone.